So, you applied for a number of jobs on LinkedIn and several other platforms, and your resume is still not getting selected. You have changed it multiple times, but still no luck. Or you are a believer that you'll have to apply for 100 jobs before you will get attention of HR. If you really belong to these categories, then worry not. Today we will talk about what you can do to make your resume get selected. Welcome to Expert Travel Finds, and let's find out together. Okay, so before we get into this discussion, we'll have to first understand what is ATS, means Applicant Tracking System, and why should you even care about Applicant Tracking System. Well, if you are aware of ATS and you know how it works, you can skip the video. Otherwise, stick till the end and find answers of all the questions which might be running in your mind. So if you go to the Wikipedia page of Applicant Tracking System, it will tell you that it's a software application which is very similar to Customer Relationship Management, which is CRM. But this is designed for recruitment tracking purposes. The main thing to note here is they filter applications automatically based on given criteria such as keywords, skill, former employees, years of experience, and schools attended. This thing is very similar to search engine optimization and has been adapted to a new term called resume optimization. So let's break it down in our next section. Nowadays, most large corporations utilize applicant tracking system. Jobscan research found that 98% of Fortune 500 companies use ATS. I am not throwing just any number. You can check the link in the description about that research. In reality, ATS help hiring professionals to narrow down their applicant pools. Top candidates still slip through the cracks. How? Chances are that the last job you applied and you didn't get selected because the organization is already using ATS in their recruitment system. Truth to be told, ATS is here to stay. So what? Does that mean my resume will never get selected or it will never pass the ATS? Not exactly. There are ways to beat it. And let's discuss those in our next section. Let's start with the resume, and specifically let's start with the sections or headings of the sections. Every section heading should have a consistent formatting, means and should be simple. Instead of saying where I have been or where I have been work, it should be simple like work experience, that's all. If you're using dates to show your tenure, make sure you mention the month and date in the format of, let's say, September 2021 space hyphen space May 2022. And keep it consistent throughout the sections. That's really important, and that's the key. Next point, always prefer docx format over PDF. So if you are specifically asked for PDF format, then only give your organization or the applying company the PDF format of your resume. Otherwise, try to give them the docx file. Next, carefully tailor your resume as per the job description. Every single time actually. I know it's cumbersome, but honestly, it will pay you in the longer run. Put the relevant keywords, whatever is mentioned in the job description, in your resume while you are creating it. Next point, use long form and the acronym of some important keywords. Like if you have used CRM or SEO in your resume, mention the full form as well, like Customer Relationship Management and Search Engine Optimization. Another thing is you'll have to go chronological, means if you are writing your work experience, try to put the recent work experience at the top. Also, always prefer paragraphs over column and table format. Why? Because writing resume in paragraph formats help ATS to parse your resume easier than using tables and columns. So yeah, so keep in mind whenever you are going to create a resume, make sure you use paragraphs. Also, since we are talking about parsing, it's very important to choose correct font system. So when it comes to ATS friendly fonts, we have Georgia, Helvetica, Calibri, Cambria, or maybe Tahoma as well. Make sure you choose one of them to write your content. Also, if you're going to highlight your roles, responsibility, maybe some achievements, stick to the simplest bullet points. Do not make it fancy. Fancy things doesn't work with ATS. Last but not the least, avoid adding any important information about you or your work inside header or footer. Yeah, just keep it in the main body. Do not do it into header or footer. That is all fine, but is there really a way to know how good your resume is and how good it will do during the real scenario? Fortunately, yeah, there is a way to test your ATS score, and for that we are going to use Jobscan. Let's see how to use it. Okay, so type jobscan.co in your URL and you will be landed on the Jobscan homepage. You can either log in or you can use the service without creating an account, but logging will definitely help you to get more insights. Scroll down a bit and you will get this section. You need to upload your resume. Let's do that. I have a sample resume of mine. Okay, second step is to add the job description. So let's go to LinkedIn, and maybe this is a good job for me. I'm going to apply for this. Copy the job description, paste it in the job description area. By the way, if you don't have any job description and you just want to test your resume, you can select multiple samples from this site. Now, if you are done with description, just click on scan. So as you can see, the search result is here. It says 30%. Here you have a summary of what issues your resume have and you can fix it. So let's start with the searchability section. It's very important because you see here we have the check marks, information symbol, and the cross marks. Means you have to improve something, and these sections are as per these industry standards. Hard skills are basically what keywords present in the job description and what is in your resume. Cross means it isn't in your resume, and 7 means this keyword alone has appeared 7 times in your resume. Soft skill is, again, it's not so important, but yeah, make sure you also mention some soft skill in your resume. Coming down, you have the recruiter tips, and this section is also important to look for, and all the parameters which are mentioned in this section. Highlights, don't forget to mention your web presence, like website, LinkedIn, GitHub, anything, just put it over here. Also the formatting, like page size and bold font. Okay, the thing is you're not able to see anything over here because you need to upgrade to unlock all the features. Otherwise, yeah, you can just try different methods and hope that the space size will have a green tick on it. But apart from that, yeah, that's it. Just go and explore by yourself. You just create an account or just go and upload your resume and try to improve the score. The higher it will be, the better chances you will get that your resume will pass the ATS. Okay, so far so good. But the most important thing to remember is to not overdo it. Do not just take all the keywords and put flat into your resume. There is high chance that you will pass the ATS, but you'll have to face human interviewers in your next rounds, and they are going to ask questions around your skill and keywords which you mentioned in your resume. So do not fool them. Overusing keyword in your resume might give you a good ATS score, but they won't justify your actual skill set during further rounds. So what do you think? What we discussed today, will it really help to get a good ATS score, or it will also help you to get through the other rounds and it will help you in the job interview as well? Should you really worry about the way you are putting your content in the resume and how well structured your resume is? Are these really relevant to what we discussed today? If you know all these questions and all, if you want to part of this discussion, make sure you watch our upcoming videos, and yeah, don't forget to subscribe and press that bell icon to get notified.